Hello and welcome to the Africa Briefing Podcast, where we explore the policies, stories, and people shaping Africa's future. I'm Jon Offei-Ansah, and today we are digging into something that's in every home, every market, every kitchen, yet often overlooked in national strategy. Something so basic it's invisible until something goes terribly wrong. Yes, we are talking about food safety. Now, I want to take you somewhere for a second. Picture a mother in Lagos buying vegetables at the market. Picture a coffee farmer in Ethiopia drying his beans in the sun. Picture a tourist in Marrakesh wandering through a vibrant food stall, debating which dish to try first. In all three cases, there's one invisible thread tying them together: trust. Trust that the food is safe. Trust that it won't cause harm. Trust that someone, somewhere, has checked, regulated, or warned when necessary. Because when that trust breaks, everything else unravels: health, trade, tourism, livelihoods. So let's get into why safe food isn't just a health issue. It's an economic force. Let's start with the numbers. The World Health Organization estimates that Africa loses at least $16.7 billion every year due to unsafe food. We are talking about contaminated water, poor hygiene, lack of refrigeration, exposure to toxins like aflatoxins in maize, or pesticides in leafy vegetables. These issues cause illness, lost productivity, and early deaths, especially among children under 5. But here's another loss we don't always count: economic opportunity. You see, food safety builds confidence. In domestic markets, it allows consumers to shop without fear. In export markets, it allows governments and producers to command better prices. And in tourism, it allows visitors to eat freely and come back. The connection is clear. Safer food means a stronger economy. Nowhere is this more evident than in trade. Agriculture makes up about 30% of Africa's GDP, and yet our exports often face rejection due to poor compliance with safety standards. Take aflatoxins. These are toxic molds that grow in maize, groundnuts, and other staples, especially when dried improperly. They've caused trade bans on produce from countries like Uganda, Malawi, and Tanzania. But here's the hopeful part. Countries that take food safety seriously are reaping the rewards. Kenya's horticulture sector, for instance, has become a European favorite. And you may ask why, or you may wonder why. Because producers have invested in certification, training, and compliance with EU phytosanitary regulations. Flowers, fresh vegetables, and herbs are now billion-dollar exports. Namibia, meanwhile, runs a world-class veterinary system that allows it to export beef all the way to Europe, a rare feat for an African country. And now, with the African Continental Free Trade Area rolling out, the value of food safety rises even higher. Countries that harmonize their standards will trade more efficiently. They'll reduce border delays. They'll build regional trust. Food safety, quite literally, oils the wheels of African trade. Now, let's talk about trust again, this time in tourism. You can have the most stunning landscapes, the richest culture, the warmest hospitality, but if tourists fear the food, they stay away. Or worse, they come, fall sick, and never return. We've seen it happen. One bad review on social media about a stomach bug is in Zanzibar. One outbreak at a resort in Cape Town. One headline about water contamination in a popular safari lodge. And bookings plummet. On the other hand, destinations like Mauritius, Morocco, and Seychelles have embedded food safety into their tourism strategies. Regular inspections, hospitality training, safe water, and certified restaurants. The results? Happy visitors, glowing reviews, and repeat tourism. Imagine if Accra, Dakar, Kigali, or Kampala did the same. Imagine safe street food corridors where jollof rice, grilled fish, and cassava chips are served hot, clean, and confidently. That's not just food. It's a national asset. Food safety doesn't just protect health. It powers economic growth. Every safe value chain, from tomato farms to fish markets, creates jobs. Lab technicians, transporters, cold chain managers, agro-processors, export officers. In South Africa alone, the food and beverage sector supports over 200,000 formal jobs, many of which depend on strict compliance with food safety rules. And in Nigeria, reducing post-harvest losses by just 30% through safer storage could save millions of dollars in wasted produce and significantly increase rural incomes. This is job creation, poverty reduction, and food security, all wrapped up in one. Of course, the challenges are real. Many African countries are still working with fragmented food laws, poorly equipped inspectors, and limited lab access. Informal markets, which dominate food supply, are hard to regulate, and funding remains thin. But the opportunities are bigger. Technology can help. From SMS alerts to blockchain traceability, we have the tools that can leapfrog old barriers. Mobile-based monitoring, AI-powered testing, and cross-border data sharing can transform our food systems. We also need public awareness. People must know their rights as consumers. Vendors must see value in certification. Governments must invest, regulate, and lead. Because food safety isn't a luxury, it's a right. And it is a responsibility shared between farmers, traders, inspectors, businesses, and every one of us who eats. So next time you walk into a market or grab a bite from your favorite food stall, think about the journey that food has taken. Think about the systems or lack thereof that make it safe, or didn't. Africa can feed itself, and Africa can feed the world. But to do that, we must feed wisely, feed cleanly, feed safely. That's it for this episode of the Africa Briefing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, share it. If you learned something, tell someone. And if you are a policymaker, well, it is time to act. Until next time, I'm Jon Offei-Ansah. Stay informed, stay empowered, and yes, stay safe and keep on keeping hope alive.